Which of these statements do you think is correct? Grass is green, the sky is blue, or there's a desert right in the middle of Alaska? Sounds easy? Let's break it down. Grass isn't just green, it actually comes in a variety of shades depending on its type and environment. And technically, the sky is violet, but due to how light scatters, we perceive it as blue. So, the surprising truth? There really is a desert in Alaska. Hard to believe, right? But nature loves to defy expectations. From forests submerged in crystal-clear lakes to lakes that vanish completely, here are the 15 places in nature that should be impossible, but are very real. Let's jump straight into the bizarre with Number 15. Exceptional earthquake lights. Earthquakes are terrifying on their own, but imagine the ground shaking beneath you while bright flashes of light streak across the sky. That's just what happened during a 7.1 magnitude earthquake in Mexico City in 2021. Known as earthquake lights, this phenomenon has puzzled scientists and fueled conspiracy theories alike. Unlike lightning, these lights are believed to result from energy released during an earthquake. One theory suggests that surges of energy ionize pockets of air, creating glowing flashes. Another theory blames piezoelectricity, where quartz-bearing rocks under pressure generate electrical charges that rise to the surface and ionize the air. Some even speculate the glow comes from rocks grinding together with enough heat to emit visible light. While no one knows for sure what causes these mysterious lights, one thing's certain: they add an extra layer of wonder and fear to an already extraordinary natural event. Number 14. Hillier in Alaska. Alaska is one of the coldest places on Earth, where temperatures can plunge to a bone-chilling 30 degrees Celsius in winter. Most of the state is a frozen wonderland filled with glaciers and snow during winter. But there's one spot that breaks the mold. In northwestern Alaska, Kobuk Valley National Park is home to a surprising feature. Sand dunes covering an area of around 20,500 acres, the equivalent of about 15,000 football fields. These dunes, called the Great Kobuk Sand Dunes, are a sight you'd expect in a scorching desert, not in icy Alaska. What makes them even more odd is their location, 70 miles away from the nearest coast. Their existence traces back over 10,000 years to the last ice age. When glaciers retreated, they ground underlying rocks into fine sand. Over time, strong winds carried this sand to the Kobuk Valley, where it was sheltered by the nearby Baird and Waring Mountains, forming Alaska's very own desert. So, while Alaska might not have a reputation for deserts, this frozen land of extremes always keeps surprises up its sleeve. Number 13. Eye of the Sahara. Now let's head to Mauritania, where deserts stretch as far as the eye can see, literally. But among the endless dunes, one formation steals the spotlight: the Richat structure, or as it's famously called, the Eye of the Sahara. This jaw-dropping circular feature spans 25 miles across and is so massive, astronauts can see it from space. Its striking eye-like rings have sparked all kinds of theories. Some claim it's the location of Atlantis, the legendary city Plato described with concentric rings. Tempting, right? But scientists have a different take. They believe millions of years ago, volcanic activity pushed up the land, creating a dome. Over time, wind and water erosion stripped away layers of rock, leaving behind these incredible rings. Atlantis or not, the Eye of the Sahara is a wonder that keeps us guessing. What do you think? Could it be the lost city? Or are we just seeing nature's artistic flair? Well, drop your theory below. Number 12. Mount Taranaki. Across the Tasman Sea in New Zealand, Mount Taranaki dominates the landscape with its 8,161-foot peak. This dormant stratovolcano is the second highest mountain on New Zealand's North Island, but its peculiar feature lies not in its height, but in the almost perfect circle of trees that surrounds it. To the untrained eye, this circular forest might seem like the handiwork of aliens, but it's actually the result of human intervention. In 1881, a 6-mile radius around Mount Taranaki was declared a protected forest reserve, now known as Egmont National Park. Outside this boundary, the land was cleared for intensive dairy farming, creating a stark contrast between the lush forest and surrounding pastures. Viewed from above, this striking divide builds one of the world's most mesmerizing satellite images, a stunning reminder of how human activity shapes the natural world in unexpected ways. All right now, let's move to the next place. Number 11. Lake Kaindy. In southeastern Kazakhstan, the Kolsai Lakes National Park is famous for its stunning lakes and valleys. But one lake stands out, not for its postcard-perfect beauty, but for its strange and otherworldly appearance. Lake Kaindy, a 1,300-foot-long spectacle, boasts crystal-clear waters just like the other lakes in the park. But wait, what's that poking out of the water? Those are trees, or rather, the remains of an entire forest submerged beneath the lake's surface. How did a forest end up underwater? In 1911, a powerful earthquake caused a landslide in the region, blocking a gorge and forming a natural dam. Water from the Kaindy River soon flooded the area, creating the lake. The submerged forest became a part of the scenery, with the tree trunks still standing tall beneath the water, some even above the surface. Lake Kaindy is more than a lake. It's a time capsule of nature's raw power, turning a natural disaster into a hauntingly beautiful anomaly. Number 10. Watery Wonder. On the other side of the globe, in the Patagonian region of southern Chile, lies Lake Cachet II. At first glance, it seems like any other glacial lake. But this body of water has a mysterious secret. It has disappeared multiple times, seemingly vanishing overnight. In March 2012, the 2-square-mile lake completely drained, leaving onlookers stunned. But here's the thing. It wasn't an isolated event. Over a 5-year span, the lake disappeared 10 times. What's stealing millions of gallons of water? The answer lies in the nearby Colonia Glacier. This massive ice dam traps water inside the lake, but when temperatures rise slightly, the glacier weakens. Water carves tunnels through the ice, releasing a torrent of 52 million cubic gallons downstream into the Baker River. The lake doesn't dry up. It's a dramatic reminder of how interconnected our planet's natural systems are. Even lakes can have leaks, proving that nature always finds a way to surprise us. Number 9. Lightning does strike twice. Every year, thousands of visitors gather where the Catatumbo River meets Lake Maracaibo in Venezuela to witness a natural light show like no other. Sure, we've all seen lightning, but not like this. Known as Catatumbo lightning, this phenomenon occurs around half the nights of the year, with lightning striking an average of 28 times per minute for up to 9 hours straight. In total, about 1.6 million bolts light up this region annually, earning it the title of the lightning capital of the world. But what fuels this electrifying display? Early theories ranged from uranium in the bedrock to methane emissions from local swamps and oil fields. However, scientists cracked the mystery in 2015. The surrounding mountains trap warm Caribbean winds, which collide with cold air descending from the peaks. This collision forces the air upward, creating perpetual thunderclouds. It's a mesmerizing display of nature's power, making Lake Maracaibo the ultimate destination for storm chasers. Number 8. Colorful Cloud. In 2022, residents of Haikou, China, were treated to a surreal sight, a glowing rainbow cloud hovering in the sky. At first glance, it looked like a giant multicolored ball of cotton candy. But this spectacle was actually a rare phenomenon, a cumulus cloud crowned with a pileus cloud. Pileus clouds form when the air around a growing cumulus cloud rises rapidly, creating a hood-like shape. When sunlight passes through tiny water droplets or ice crystals in the pileus cloud, it refracts into a vibrant rainbow of colors. However, this magical moment doesn't last long. Pileus clouds are short-lived, often engulfed by the towering cumulus cloud beneath them. To catch such a sight, the angle of the sunlight and the timing have to be just right. For the lucky few who witnessed this in person, it was an unforgettable display of nature's artistry. Truly a moment to be on cloud 9. Number 7. Raining cats and dogs. In June 2005, the residents of Ajacci, Serbia, witnessed something straight out of a fantasy novel. It rained frogs. Yes, actual frogs. The bizarre event left people bewildered and understandably creeped out. But frog rain isn't as rare as you'd think. Similar events have occurred in Japan, Hungary, and Uruguay, with animals like fish, snakes, and even spiders falling from the sky. So, what causes this peculiar precipitation? The culprit is a waterspout, a tornado-like vortex that forms over water. These spinning columns of air can suck up anything in their path, including unsuspecting creatures. Once the waterspout moves over land and loses energy, its passengers are unceremoniously dropped back to Earth. While the phrase raining cats and dogs might be an exaggeration, raining frogs and fish are proof that reality can be just as strange as folklore. Number 6. Pink Lake Hillier. On the coast of Western Australia lies Middle Island, home to one of the world's most peculiar lakes, Lake Hillier. Stretching 2,000 feet in length, this remarkable body of water is surrounded by a rim of sand and lush woodland, but what truly sets it apart is its striking pink hue. Far from being part of a Barbie movie set, the lake's pink color is a natural phenomenon caused by its incredibly high salt concentration. This extreme environment isn't friendly to most life forms, but some thrive here. Scientists have identified nearly 500 extremophiles, organisms that survive in extreme conditions, within the lake. Among them, red-colored algae called Dunaliella salina and purple sulfur bacteria are the main contributors to its vibrant appearance. Despite its unusual color, the lake is safe for swimming. Just don't drink the water unless you're in the mood for a salty, algae-packed surprise. Lake Hillier is a beautiful oddity, proving nature's ability to paint outside the lines. Number 5. Conical clouds. If you thought colorful clouds were extraordinary, wait until you see lenticular clouds, fluffy, lens-shaped formations often mistaken for UFOs. These curious clouds commonly appear near mountains, like the striking ones over Kluchevskaya Sopka in Russia. Lenticular clouds form when strong winds hit a mountain, forcing the air to rise in wave-like patterns. At the crest of these waves, moist air cools and condenses into a distinct saucer-like shape. Unlike other clouds, lenticular clouds often stay in the same spot, even as they continuously form and dissipate. This process happens because moist air replenishes the cloud on one side, while dry air dissolves it on the other. If the airflow remains stable, the transformation looks so seamless, it seems as if the cloud isn't changing at all. These clouds aren't just weather phenomena, they're nature's way of blending science with breathtaking artistry. All right, now, let's head over to Number 4. Sinister shower. From July to September 2001, Kerala in southern India experienced an eerie phenomenon, red rain. Sporadic but heavy downpours stained the region in crimson hues, resembling blood. Upon closer examination, scientists found the rain contained over 220 million red particles per inch. Physicist Godfrey Lewis analyzed the samples, revealing they weren't dust or sand, but strange red cells with no DNA, ruling out any known biological origin. This led to the hypothesis that the cells were extraterrestrial, possibly from a comet disintegrating in Earth's atmosphere. However, further studies by Kerala's Center of Earth Science Studies identified the particles as spores from Trentipolia, a local orange-colored algae. A large bloom of these airborne spores likely mixed with clouds, resulting in the red rain. Though less dramatic than alien origins, the explanation still captivates. Whether spores or something stranger, the event remains a chilling reminder of nature's capacity to bewilder. Number 3. Weird waves. In 2019, onlookers by Lake Erie in Ontario, Canada, witnessed an extraordinary sight: an ice tsunami. A wave of shattered ice surged ashore, piling up to heights of 40 feet, like a 4-story building. Unlike water tsunamis caused by underwater earthquakes, ice tsunamis occur when rising temperatures break up lake ice. Strong winds then push these massive ice chunks toward the shore. As they hit land, the ice piles up under the pressure of billions of tons behind it, forming towering mounds. This icy phenomenon can be destructive, with fast-moving ice damaging trees and even swallowing buildings. While undeniably fascinating, the sheer force and size of an ice tsunami make it a terrifying event to witness. A testament to nature's unpredictability, ice tsunamis remind us that even the seemingly serene frozen lakes can transform into scenes of astonishing chaos. Number 2. Mind-boggling boulder. Deep in the forests of Ruokolahti, Finland, stands Kummakivi, a massive 23-foot-long boulder weighing 550 tons, balancing precariously on a much smaller rock. This bizarre natural formation has puzzled visitors and geologists alike for centuries. According to Finnish folklore, the rock was placed there by giants or trolls. Geologists, however, suggest a more grounded explanation. During the last ice age, melting glaciers carried the boulder and left it balanced on the smaller rock as the ice receded. Despite its improbable appearance, Kummakivi remains stable due to its low center of gravity and the wide base of the underlying rock, which provides a solid foundation. Over thousands of years, erosion may have further locked the two rocks into place. While science demystifies the formation, standing beneath this 550-ton natural balancing act still sends shivers down the spine. It's a striking reminder of how extraordinary nature can be. Number 1. Hair-raising hill. In the sunny state of Florida lies a peculiar road known as Spook Hill. The name alone sparks intrigue, and its strange feature only deepens the mystery. Cars parked in neutral at the bottom of the hill appear to roll uphill. Though it might seem like the work of a mischievous ghost, the phenomenon is actually an optical illusion. Spook Hill is one of many gravity hills around the world. These sites create the illusion of an uphill climb due to the surrounding landscape. Trees, uneven terrain, and a hidden or curved horizon trick the eye, making a downhill slope appear to defy gravity. Without a clear reference point like buildings or a straight horizon, the mind perceives the slope incorrectly. While the science behind it is straightforward, the experience remains undeniably eerie. Spook Hill proves that sometimes the most astonishing mysteries are simply tricks of perception. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for joining us on this journey, and we'll see you soon in the next one.